Morning, Saturday, September 6th, 2025. I'm Larissa, my Fat Bitch Diary. It's that time again. Time to drink some skulls. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. So, house is clean. Yay, got the house cleaned. That's good. That's good. Nice to have a clean bathroom and all that shit. Yeah. So yesterday, open to public. Whoop-de-doo. Whatever. I don't know. Oh, the most important thing yesterday was I wrote 3 chapters in the new novel. Yeah, it's like the most I've ever written for a novel in one day. Usually, I do 1 chapter a day. If I do 1.5 chapters, that's a lot. 3 chapters is unheard of. Yeah. Yeah, I wrote almost 50 pages yesterday. Oh, maybe more like 45. Anyway, a lot. And this new novel is, it's an interesting story. Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. It might be the next one that goes in the hickey in the magazine. Yeah. After what's the one that's in there right now? Lucky Stroke. Lucky Stroke. There's one after Lucky Stroke, which is what's that one called? Brave Enough. I wanted to say good enough, but it's not good enough. It's brave enough. Yeah, yesterday there was a big plot twist in the story. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see where it's going to go now. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's always like an interesting journey when I'm writing a novel. And this is my 9th novel, right? Yeah, it is. It's my 9th novel. It's like I see, people who get shit published, and it's like I don't understand. Like people make such a big deal out of, oh, I wrote a book. Big whoop. You wrote a book? So what? I've written like 13. So what? I don't know. Like, I see people. I've met people. Like I used to know this woman who published, who was a publisher. She would never publish anything of mine. Anyway, um, stuff that she wrote, her books were terrible, right? But like, oh, the guy I met, Julian Dawson, who she published this book. He wrote this book, and on piano, the Nicky something story. It was the guy that played piano for the Rolling Stones, and this woman that I knew had this relationship with this musician, right? This guy, this piano player, and he was the love of her life, right? And I often thought she was married to another guy named Nick, and Nick Grapian, and it always just kind of like I always felt bad for her husband, the way she talked about this other man, right? Who was dead now, whatever. Um, but she was just like, for her husband to have to listen to his wife pine over some dude who didn't give a shit about her. Like, anyway, anyway, this other guy, Julian Dawson, wrote a biography of this musician. And it was inadvertently a story about, the Rolling Stones because this guy played with the Rolling Stones. Anyway, like he went on and on about, it was like, oh, you're supposed to be like, oh, he just wrote a book. He wrote a book. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So what? I mean, nobody thinks it's a big deal that I've written any books, right? And like I said, okay, so this is my ninth novel, plus I have the collection of short stories, plus I have the collection of poetry, plus I have all the photo essays that I've published, plus I have my cookbook, plus I have all the other art catalogs, how many do I have? One, two, three. I have four art catalogs. And plus I publish my magazine every month. So I just don't understand, people being all like, oh, you gotta be reverent and they just wrote a book. So what? I write so goddamn much. And nobody like treats me with any kind of respect. I don't understand it. You know? People interview people. Oh, they wrote a book. I'm like, oh really? Oh, that's nice. Good for them. Yeah. This one's really good though. This story's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, yesterday I also did some materials tests, you know? Yeah, I got these two inks. I got them a while back. It's two big bottles of black ink, and they're by different companies, and um, doing a comparison. So interesting. And I got a whole bunch of new pens. I got a whole bunch of new pens. They're fun pens. They're not like blue. They're not. I mean, I got a bunch of black markers, but um, they're color inks, and some of them are metallic, and they're gel pens. Some of them are gels, and it's just something new to play with. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, there's big differences between the two black inks. I might write an article about it actually. Mm, yeah, one is by DuPont, and who's the other one by? Oh, it's a Japanese label, but I was looking at the box. It's actually owned by another company. Um, and I recognize the company. It's something that's like recognizable when it comes to like pens and inks. I can't remember right now, but one's like a warm black and the other's like a cool black, and they both behave very differently on the paper. Yeah, yeah. So that's how I spent my day yesterday for 9 hours. I don't know. I have a whole bunch of stuff I need to do, but all I really want to do is write. I just want to work on this book. Maybe I'll set aside some time here like say, okay, I'm gonna write for a couple hours, and then walk away from it, take a break for a while. Oh, I'm just kind of like excited. I want to, like I want to see how the book ends. You know, I want to see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, anyway. Oh, all the stuff, the Epstein files. They need to name names. They do. Like all those women. I think they just need to write down the names of everybody that they can remember that ever was there. Just write down the names. Just write them down and then just read them. Then just read them out loud. You know? Yeah, that's what I think. Yep. It just needs to not be accepted anymore. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I got some new fabric recently. Oh, remnants. They're remnant pieces. Um, and I was looking at it. I put it onto a bolt. Um, when you buy remnants, they're just kind of like rolled up, right? I, I rolled it onto a bolt. I have the bolt over in the corner with some of my other bolts of fabric. I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, oh, that fabric's calling out to me. I got all kinds of stuff though. Uh, some fabrics and things. I have some old flour sacks, grain sacks, and I have some old um, bank bank money bags. Antique ones. I've been wanting to do something with those. And I have a couple more coffee sacks as well. Those though, I have to stabilize those, right? Like I can't just cut that fabric and sew it. I have to stabilize that fabric before I can cut it, or stabilize it as I cut it, kind of thing. Like so, it's like extra work. It's extra work. Those coffee bags are. I made one jacket with the coffee bag, and it was a lot of work. And I also have those goat hides, those leathers. I have those hides still too. The red one's really nice. I've been wanting to make something with that red hide. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I got a couple more rabbit pelts recently. I have a bunch of fur pieces, antique fur pieces, and my intention has been to make a piece with those. Anyway, anyway, those fur pieces. It's a lot of hand stitching. I don't know if my hands can take it right now. I've been having muscle spasm and in my right arm fairly regularly, and it's been a little upsetting. That in conjunction with the weird skin sensation thing in my leg is been so it's challenging, you know, like it's one thing when it's like an act of God and you know something happens, right? You get sick or whatever. And even that can be challenging, you know, you can be upset about that or whatever. But it's a different thing. It's a very, very different thing when you deal with your body not working properly because somebody else did something to you, right? Like when something is the result of somebody else's negligence or violence, um, that is very, very hard because every time I have the symptom, right, the sensation or whatever, it's like I have to relive the assault again because it's just a reminder that happened and now there's this. And this is why it's so important for all of the names from the Epstein files to be made public. There's never, I have never, there's never been justice for me, right? As far as the law is concerned, it is totally legal to assault and abuse me, right? In living with that knowledge, like I know, I don't believe that I am without value, right? Like that's not something that I've internalized, and that's not like I'm like, oh, I'm, you know, I'm worthless. Like that's it's not. I do not lack confidence, but I am very aware that in the eyes of the world, I am worthless. In the eyes of the government, I am worthless. In the eyes of right wing Republicans, I am worthless. And navigating a world where you have that awareness is hard. It wears on you. Like I said, I'm not like, I don't think I'm worth less than other people. I don't think that. No, I know that's not the case. Um, but I'm very aware that that is the way I am viewed. So, you know, whatever. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes with Senor Pero.
Did you say Senor Pero?
Mm-hmm.
Nice coffee.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Senor. Anyway, Brody is silly.